Burnt toast for your breakfast this morning. It is currently 18 minutes past 9 o'clock, and we're now joined by Broken Hill's own Adelaide Crows Superstar Taylor Walker. How you going, Taylor?
Good, mate. How yourself?
Oh yeah, not having a bad day today for this time in the morning. Well, we're going to start things off. There have been a few AFL players that have come through the ranks from Broken Hill, such as yourself, Jared Rivers from Melbourne, Michael Pettigrew from Port Adelaide, Brent Staker from West Coast and now Brisbane, and also retired Premiership player Dean Solomon. Being such a such a small town, 18,000 people, it's amazing to think such names have come through the ranks here. Did you ever go up against any of these guys in the Broken Hill leagues?
Yeah, I played against Brent Staker from he's now at Brisbane. Played a couple of games against Dolly. So yeah, obviously there's been a bit of talent coming out of Broken Hill, and I suppose that guys like Badger and Dolly have put Broken Hill on the map, so AFL recruiters know what sort of talent's around.
Yeah, it seems that way. Now, being from Melbourne myself, I'm used to sort of leagues of, about 10 teams minimum, 12 teams. But when I came up here about 2 months ago, I noticed the Broken Hill Footy League had just 4 teams in it. So explain to those of us who aren't sure, aka like myself, pretty much everyone else will probably know, but how exactly does the Broken Hill League work?
I think there's 18 rounds in a season, 4 games. You play each other about 6 times, and then come finals time, it's first goes straight through, and then second and third play off to play in the grand finals. So.
Okay, and I've noticed the majority of AFL fans here in Broken Hill do support Adelaide. Were you an Adelaide supporter yourself growing up?
Yeah, I was an avid supporter, so used to love my Crows, and now I'm lucky enough to play for the team I barracked for, which rarely happens when you get drafted.
You were one lucky boy. You were. Did you have any heroes or players you modelled yourself on and looked up to as you were growing up and coming through the ranks?
Oh, not so much any individuals. Like, you sort of look at more than one player and take a few things out from each player's game. But I used to sort of love watching Tony Modra, the way he went about playing footy. So.
I tell you what, I'm an Essendon supporter, but as a kid, Tony Modra, he was my favourite player by a mile.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was just a...
Who was your favourite player for Essendon, did you say?
Favourite for Essendon would probably be Hurdy, but yeah, I used to get the peanut butter from the fridge and just put on the old Tony Modra little goatee that he used to have.
Oh. That was very nice.
Yeah, and so you actually accepted a New South Wales scholarship contract in 2006 with Adelaide, and this is when you were just 16 years of age, but you decided to continue playing footy for North Broken Hill. What was the reason behind this decision?
Oh, through the AFL, they were New South Wales scholarships, so pretty much they wanted to promote AFL in New South Wales areas, and then there was a rule in place that if you're on the scholarship, you had to stay, and if you're still at school, you had to stay in your hometown and still do schooling. So I didn't really get a choice in the matter, but I sort of look back at it now and think that it was a good choice by the AFL. So.
Yep. Now, this season you've kicked 13 goals in just 5 games, which is a good return. I think it's almost 3 goals a game, so I think any forward would take that. From the naked eye, it seems like you're going great guns and that sort of thing, but obviously no one knows Taylor Walker better than Taylor Walker. So how would you assess your season so far?
Well, I think myself has probably been a little bit up and down. I'd like to get a little bit more consistency in my game, but I think the club, we've had a couple of wins and 3 losses, so I think had a really good win on the weekend, and hopefully we can go over to Melbourne this weekend and knock off the Demons.
That would be handy. And during the last pre-season, there was talk of you moving clubs to Essendon as one of the major possible new homes for you. What was it that made you decide to stay at Adelaide?
Oh, I was still under contract, mate, so no, I love where I'm at the club. There's great blokes here. I've got some good friendship here, and that's probably why the decision I made to stay. And I don't think there was a decision that had to be made, so...
Okay, well, made it a bit easier. Now, in round 10, 2009, You earned a Rising Star nomination for kicking 5 goals in a match-winning performance against Hawthorn. You also kicked 7 goals in a SANFL elimination final in 2008, and you were best of field in a 2007 grand final in the Broken Hill Footy League, kicking 7 goals from centre-half forward, and you've also represented Australia at under-18 level. What would you say has been the highlight of your career this far?
Gee, you've done some research there, big fella. Probably always, it's a team game, so you always, the 07 premiership for me was probably the highlight of my career. That's what you play footy for, and I've still got a lot of mates from back home that I play with in the 07 premiership, and yeah, that'd probably be the highlight of my career.
Awesome. Now, I'm really jealous of you because you're actually born on Anzac Day, April the 25th, which is pretty awesome. That must hold something pretty special to you.
Yeah, I'm actually born on Anzac Day, so get to have a holiday on my birthday every year, which is good.
That would have been good during school, wouldn't it?
What's that, mate?
That would have been great during school.
Oh yeah, always got a holiday on my birthdays to get away from school.
Now, what are your aims and goals for season 2011? Obviously, team-wise, it's always good to play finals, but what about personally? Is there anything you've set yourself to achieve?
Oh, I think I've set goals to play some consistent competitive footy each week, and hopefully that I can play my role within the club. And which, if I do that, I think a lot of other people will do the same thing, play their role, and hopefully we can play finals this year and probably get a few wins, and never know where we can get. So.
Exactly right. Once you get in the role, you never know what can happen. Now, at this early stage of your career, who would you say has been the toughest opponent you've played on?
There's been a few. Probably Matthew Scarlett from Geelong. He's a really good defender. Pretty tight checking and doesn't give you much space. He sort of directs wherever he wants you to go. But I suppose every week you come up against a good defender, so matter of you versus him and do your best. So. Yep.
Now, last week you had a good win over St Kilda. One of the areas in which a few people have been criticising the Crows about had been the slow starts and getting out of the blocks. So you must have been pretty impressed last week with the way your boys sort of fired out of the blocks and got off to a really good start and set the platform early.
Yeah, obviously our starts haven't been the way we've wanted them to be, and sort of giving teams head starts, and then we're probably chasing us for the rest of the 3 quarters. So we see ourselves each week get a fast start and ramp up our contested footy, which is probably the main part of the game now. So that's what we did, and we held on and got the victory.
That's the way. Now, this week, Adelaide have centre stage at the MCG. As you said earlier, you're playing against the Melbourne D's, who've been struggling a little bit, it's fair to say, recently. So you must be looking forward to getting out there on Sunday afternoon on the grand stage of AFL and playing for your second win in a row, third of the season, and setting a bit of a platform for the rest of the season.
Yeah, always good to play on the MCG, mate. And obviously we haven't had a couple of wins in a row yet, so that'd be nice to go over there and play against a team that's probably not in the form that they want to be in. They're going to come back from West Coast, having probably gotten beaten pretty convincingly over there, and they'll be pretty fired up. So it's going to be a good game on Sunday. So looking forward to it.
Yep. Now, like all footy players, I'm sure you've probably received a lot of advice over the years. If there is one piece of advice you could give to all the aspiring footballers out there in Broken Hill, what would it be?
Well, just enjoy footy. That's what you play footy for, and enjoy getting some friendships out of it, because you hold them for the rest of your life, and you never forget the teammates you play with.
Yep, that's it. Now, I want to ask this question, because I like to ask it to all footy players. Who is the biggest pest in the Crows locker room?
Biggest pest?
Yeah.
Probably be Matthew Yent. He's one of the young fellas. He's just...
Oh, okay.
And probably Ivan Marich is closely followed.
Have you got any examples for us?
Oh, I better not radio.
All right, Taylor, it's now time to take our quick five. Now, what's your favourite food?
Pasta.
Pasta. How do you spend your spare time?
Sleeping.
Dream holiday destination?
USA.
Can you cook? And if so, what's your best dish?
Yes, I can. Just give me a recipe.
Now, we're riding your bandwagon for the Coleman medal this year. Who, in your opinion, is going to win the Brownlow medal?
The Brownlow medal, probably at this stage, Chris Judd.
Chris Judd. There you go. Taylor Walker, thanks for your time this morning. We appreciate you fitting us into your busy schedule. I'm sure the people at Broken Hill love your insight and knowledge. The best of luck for the rest of the season, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Beautiful. That was Taylor Walker, Adelaide Crows Superstar on Hype FM.